that the shackles that the lady wears, the one that hinders her from her free movement, must be destroyed. Because she cannot support the man in every perspective, he said. The shackles are things that are tied with still sort of embrace, where, you capture people if you tie them on like a chain. The chain draggers. You've heard of them? We won't go into it too deep. But they're the ones that had the chains on their ankles, and they were convicts. And we call them the chain draggers. So the shackle is what a chain dragger is. Then, he was likewise assassinated. Walillahi alhamd. And we all know another one from Egypt called Jihan as-Sadat. Jihan as-Sadat, who was a female, who was the wife of the late president known to be Anwar, and wallahi manu nur, Anwar Sadat. What did she say? She said, I am against the hijab. Why? She goes, because they frighten the children. Frighten the children? When she was asked, why do they frighten the children? She responded, because of their peculiar, their strange and weird appearances. Thus, she said, because of my position as a university teacher, I will expel every single woman that comes into my classroom with hijab. I will take her by the hand, she said, as-shaytana, and tell her, you are not welcome in here, your place is outside. Astaghfirullah al-azim. Astaghfirullah al-azim. And her husband is no better. Anwar said that. Anwar said that. What did he say? He insulted the woman, the hijab, and he said it looks like a walking tent. He said it looks like a walking tent. And he said that I've imprisoned many mashayikh. He was making a mock out of it. A shaykh by the name, rahimahullah ta'ala, Sheikh al-Mahlawi, very famous shaykh. He was imprisoned when he asked Anwar to implement Sharia in that country. So he placed him in prison. Then he said, very, very explicitly, he is in prison like a dog. Astaghfirullah al-azim. Wallah ma kalb illa ant. Ya Anwar. Wallahi la kalba illa ant. And we all know Husni Mubarak. Husni Mubarak. Allah Husni Mubarak. Husni Mubarak. But the reality is there's no Husn in him, no Mubarak. His name should be La Husni Wala Mubarak. No good, no blessed. Because Husni means good and Mubarak means the blessed. What good is in he? And what blessed is he? He said in a CNN interview, he said, Islam was for the past and it has nothing to do with the future. This is his wording. This is the man that people say, Allah yahfaz husnu bibarak. Yahfaz what? For what reason? He's destroying Islam? That's secularist? Allah yahfazhu? Allah yahdi. Not Allah yahfazhu. On that path, never. And we all know Kamal Ataturk. Kamal Ataturk, who was the leader of Turkey. And he was the son of a Jewish man. He joined the Freemasons. And we all know Freemasons are a Jewish-run organization. They are a Jewish-run organization. And a lot of them enter that, a lot of them, the Freemasons, they enter Islam, which is in a hypocrisy way, so they can destroy Islam within. He was one of them. This Kamal person was one of them. He demolished the Khilafah in 1924. Thus, he ordered the unveiling of the lady. He ordered the destruction of a lot of mosques, the destruction of a lot of Muslims, and he made that country since that time corrupted. And until now, Turkey is, as it was then in 1924, corrupted. Nasrallah al-Afiyah. Algeria, we all know Ahmed ibn Billah, who after independence in 1962, he was the first president. As soon as he set foot as a president, he commanded straight away the unveiling of the ladies. Straight away. And when the FIS were elected, and this is a party that were in the political arena, Muslim party, when they were elected, they wanted to implement Sharia. So he straight away intervened, this Ahmed ibn Billah, and captured the leadership of the FIS, thus tortured them, imprisoned them, and then he banned Islam from the political arena. Sheikh Ahmadu Abulu from Nigeria, Allah yahfazu yarhamu. He was a leader, an Islamic leader in Nigeria. He was a famous Islamic leader. He was assassinated for two things. When he said to the government, I demand that you implement Sharia, and I demand that you send troops from the government, army, to liberate the holy city of Palestine. As soon as he said this, they executed him. Allah yarhamu, ونصر الله أن يموت على الشهادة. ونصر الله أن he gets more of those men. Where are they today? Where are they today? Where are the men that go and call the mashayikh? We have leaderships that go and call onto their governments and say, we must liberate the holy city of Palestine. Where are these people? Where are these people? Benazir Bhutto. Benazir Bhutto. She was a Pakistani leader, and we all know her. She led Pakistan in 1994. A female leader. When she was kicked out and exiled, and she is to this day fighting to resume the leadership. We all know this lady. As soon as she entered politics, the Pakistanis, we all know Pakistan people, civilians, Allahu Akbar. Believe me, they're hardcore. No mucking around of them. They're hardcore. As soon as she entered, the people went against her and started saying to her, we want Islam. She sent hundreds and hundreds of troops and killed and injured many of them, breaking down mosques, corrupting the Islamic lifestyle. And she is famous for her saying about the Islamic law for the cutting of the hand of a faith. She said, this is barbaric. A'udhu billah. A'udhu billah. A'udhu billah. Wallahi, if she dies on that path, wala hawla wala quwwata illa billah. What is the difference between her and Musharraf? Any difference? No difference. Isn't he a secularist? Is he the one that allowed those into their land, into his land? And there they shot at Afghanistan from his land? Allowing those devils into the land to fight the Muslims? And Musharraf? And Musharraf means what? The honored? What honor has he got? Who gets his dog on the screen and starts patting him like that. Wallahi, inta kalb bitlu. No difference. Seriously, no difference. Hada Musharraf. Whether she comes back to power or he stays, no difference. They are all imitating the kuffar. In Morocco, some girls were expelled from the school because they were wearing hijab. So King Fahd II issued a fatwa, mashallah, alim al-an, he's an alim. He issued a fatwa saying, no girl is allowed in school with hijab. What's your evidence, ya King Hassan? What did he say? He said, my own daughters don't wear hijab. That is my evidence. My own daughters do not wear hijab. Thus, no one wears hijab. In other words, are those girls better than my daughters? A'udhu billah. A'udhu billah. Abdul Karim al-Kabariti from Jordan. He's the Prime Minister of Jordan. He defies all Muslims. He even implemented the teaching of Christianity in all public schools. His name is Abdul Karim. What a beautiful name. Allah, he does not deserve that name. Wallahi, he does not deserve that name. He should change his name, wallahi. It's an insult that his name is Abdul Karim. Al-Baghdadi in Kuwait. وَلَا حَوْلَ وَلَا قُوَّةَ إِلَّا بِاللَّهِ what Kuwait is. And don't forget Jordan today anyway. What's his name? Kila Abdullah? King Abdullah? Allah musta'an. Allah musta'an. Allah musta'an. Is he American or is he Jewish or what? Something like that, isn't it? Yeah. Anyway. Now he's talking about this person. Kuwait, al-Baghdadi. We don't want to take too much of your time. We almost finished, inshallah ta'ala. There's many more stories, but time has beaten us. Al-Baghdadi from Kuwait, he opposed Islam, rejected Islam. He criticized Al-Khulafa al-Rashideen, and he said, Islam has failed to establish a successful political system. And this man considers himself at the same time as a Muslim. Iraq, Libya, Syria, we all know they are Al-Ba'athiyya, the sect of nationalism, who said that Allah, a'udhu billah, from this saying died. And they say our religion is no other than the Arabic nationalism. And there is no other religion. This is their belief. And this is what their country is run on. Do not get deceived. This is what their country is run on. Libya, Somalia, Egypt, many other countries. You know how many torture chambers is prepared for those who practice Islam? I had brothers who stayed with me, my classmates, from Libya, from Somalia, and from other countries are like this. They were in their university, they were very scared to finish, to graduate. Why? As soon as they hit their airports, they will be taken to the torture chamber and be tormented in the worst manner. And the majority of them never ever come out of it. Only because they are implementing the Quran and Sunnah. And wallahi, this is happening to this day. How many Muslims have been caught praying Fajr in Egypt? In Egypt, Fajr captured and tormented. Because praying Fajr was an extreme act, they said. How many Muslims were looked at the foreheads, and if there was a mark of prostration or a mark where the ankle is, they were captured and tortured due to the repeated prostrations and prayer. Brothers and sisters, our aim as Muslims is to establish the law of the Almighty Lord in ourselves and upon every inch of this earth. We must learn and teach our children the qualities that distinguish you, our Muslim, from the non-Muslim. We must teach our children, ourselves, warn against those people who call themselves progressive Muslim, our modernist Muslim, our social Muslim, our liberal Muslim, our secular Muslim. These are all paths to evil. There is no such thing as progressing Islam. Islam is one. You are a Muslim and no other. It does not advance.